Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Well, as many of you don't know, I had an S15. And a lot of people still ask me, what happened to your red S15? So I thought I'd do a quick video on how I got my S15, what I did to my S15, and what ultimately happened to my S15. You're gonna wanna stay to the end to check it out. Alright guys, so this is the red S15 that I bought. Pretty tidy little thing. Stock exterior, stock wheels. Lucky enough it came with Nismo catback exhaust system. Interior is pretty clean. There's a Apexi Power FC hand controller there. HKS boost controller. This is the engine bay. Nothing too fancy. GT30 71R turbo, just your normal bolt-ons, making 270 kilowatts at the wheels. The next shot is when I tidied up the engine bay, just sprayed anything that was chrome black, just fixed up the wiring, just made it look like a sleeper. And then I decided to throw some R32 GTR wheels on with some Falcon semi-slicks. I believe they were RT 615Ks, just for a bit more traction. And then I bought a universal oil cooler just to keep the oil temps down. It was a little bit fiddly. Being universal, I had to make up brackets to make it fit all nice. And then I had to trim a bit of the front bar just to make it fit underneath the standard front bar. And then we decided to do some work on the S15, just pulled out the turbo, fixed some leaks, and then we decided to hit power cruise in the S15. First day was pretty crappy. It was raining a lot of delays. There were a couple casualties like this 32 GTR. Yeah, so this is day 2 of the event. The sun came out, so we're pretty lucky. We got plenty of runs on this day. I'll just give you a brief background of what Power Cruise is all about. It's pretty much just bring your car to the track and cruise around the track with your mates in the car. You can have a full car load, you can have 1 or 2 passengers, all for gold coin donation. It's a pretty cool event. 3 rules: no drifting the track, as it's pretty dangerous when you lose control and there's a car speeding behind you doing 100 Ks. You cannot spin off the track, and you cannot make excessive smoke like this guy is, as it causes a dangerous situation where everyone is braking and they cannot see the car in front. You break those 3 rules, you have to sit in a room and watch a gay 5-minute safety briefing video. You break the rules again, you watch the video again. The 3rd time you lose your wristband and you're out of the event. So I like the event, it's pretty cool. You get tons of cool cars like this muscle car, you can get exotics, and you can also get cool JDM cars like this red S15. So I'm going to let you guys watch a bit of racing, and I'll get back to you after the racing.
Come on to the straight. Oh fuckers. safety car. Oh god. It pops his tire. It's gonna try and drift me.
Alright guys, so a couple weeks after Power Cruise, I developed a little vibration in the driveline. I narrowed it down to either the gearbox or the diff. I took the tail shaft out to get it rebalanced and it didn't help. I removed my rear solid subframe bushes and it didn't help. So I managed to source a second-hand diff and I threw that in. And I took it for a hit one night and I lost third gear. So after a couple months of sitting in the garage, I decided to pull the gearbox out. Upon draining the gearbox fluid, I found this little beauty. Yeah, so 1 or 2 nights after work, I just worked on the S15 to get the gearbox out. got it out, checked the clutch, it was fine. And then I got this photo sent to me by the gearbox guy. So decisions had to be made on what to do. I stumbled upon this Alpha Omega Racing Z32 gearbox conversion kit, which looked pretty cool. It was in my price range. I didn't want to put OEM back in, so upgrading was only the choice. But at the time, I was saving for a house, so I didn't really have the funds. So I ultimately decided to sell the S15. So the gearbox guy recoded a S15 standard 6-speed for me, and I ended up selling the car 3 weeks later to a dude that had absolutely no idea how to drive manual. His best friend had to test drive the car for him to make sure it was all okay. They were actually coming from Audi, they were Euro guys, and yeah, this was their first Jap car. So I sold it to him, and on Facebook one day, Channel 7 news feed came up, and someone was doing too much Tokyo drift and smashed into a pole. And I recognized that S15, it was my S15. Yeah, so that's what happened to my S15. Pretty still bummed about it, but what do? You hope to sell it to somebody that's going to take care of it as much as you did. But you know, I got my Evo now, so pretty happy about that, but still pretty bummed that I actually saw it the way that it was. I would have been happy to keep it and do the conversion kit, but I just put it up for sale as an inquiry, and he hit me up with a pretty good offer, so I just offloaded it. Yeah, so don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out my other videos.